You're this per back with another video, and I just checked out season 3 episode 2 of Snowfall, and things are starting to ramp up in this episode. But before I get into this review, I would like y'all to hit that sub button if you're new, hit that like button if you enjoyed this episode, and shout out to Mad Squirrel for the Twitter banner, and follow me on Twitter. So it starts off with, we got Andre, showing up to a crime scene, and we see pretty much Claudia in a bathtub, pretty much dead. She's dead this time for good. So that links right to Aunt Louie, and so Andre gets the idea. We're gonna wait till Jerome leaves so we can take her down for questioning. They pop up at her door, and she kind of puts her on a game face, and I'll get to her performance in a moment. But she gets taken down to the station. Meanwhile, Franklin and Leon go meet up with Manboy, and right off the bat, Leon doesn't really trust Manboy and doesn't understand why Franklin does. And they grew up with each other, not as friends, but they've been around the neighborhood. They grew up in the same neighborhood, went to the same school, and they even make mention of this. But there's more into play with Manboy. I think I'm getting kind of like Marlo vibes from him, but I think he's going to be clashing more with Leon than with Franklin. And Franklin's trying to keep it strictly business, but Leon really thinks that there's something else going on with Manboy. But we're going to just wait and see. But so back at the station, Andre's got Louie in for questioning and trying to pin this murder of Claudia pretty much on to Louie. And Louie is phenomenal in this, for real. She really seemed nervous at first and really is making it believable. And Andre's hitting her with some really hard-hitting questions, but we'll get back to that very shortly. So Franklin has a sit down with his mother about some finances and talks about how he wants to put some money aside, some money that Teddy can't really track or trace or whatnot, just in case things blow back on him. Very interesting stuff going on. But Franklin goes to meet with Javi, and we haven't seen Javi since sometime in season 2. So he asked him for advice how to move the money around. Even brings up putting money offshore, but he kind of tells him it's kind of too late for that. But they come up with something to an agreement to some extent. But let me address the elephant in the room real quick. Now, everything with Teddy and Gustavo and is all cool and whatnot, but I don't really want to talk about that too much. They're still Gustavo's still looking for Lucia, and Teddy still needs to figure out how he's going to move all this product, and with his new business partners and whatnot. So that's it with that. Not too much going on. Don't really care that much about that aspect of this episode, to be honest. But anyways, we get to a scene where we see Leon and Fatback and all them having fun with the Uzis that they got from Javi, and he gets approached by the young bull that was in the first episode, and gives him a chance to prove himself. And Leon lets him know, we don't let no bitch niggas in here. And, I feel like that's going to be an interesting addition. Don't know his name or nothing, but that's going to be interesting to see his character throughout this season. But back at the police station, Andre is interrogating Louis, and this is where Louis pretty much flips the scripts on Andre, and doesn't crack, doesn't break, and doesn't say anything. And I gotta say, her performance in this episode was stellar. It was really dope. Another L for Andre, and just shows Franklin's dominance in this whole show. And and it keeps going, man. He keeps flexing on Andre, and it's just like, man, Franklin is really on he gives no fucks about Andre at all. He does not respect him. He doesn't care that he's an officer. He made a threat towards him, right back at him. But I want to address something also. What's her face? Salad Face or Salad Doll, whatever her name is. She has to die this season, There's no way that she can't. She's making it out this season. I don't know who that person's going to be. I have a theory that maybe Teddy's going to have to take her out. I don't know, because she might become too much of an issue. But like I said, Franklin is continuously, coming at Andre. Even shows up to his house and pretty much flexes on him. She completely disrespects him in front of his daughter. And, things are going to get really personal between these two. I can tell this whole season. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. But, Franklin pretty much established at the end of this that, he wants, to stop selling nickels and dimes and just, sell kilos and only get to a select few people to sell to. But overall, I thought this was a solid episode. Like I said, I didn't really care for the Gustavo stuff and the Teddy stuff. That shit was like But overall, I thought it was a solid episode. Can't wait to see what they do next week. But stay tuned for that video, and I'll check y'all out later. Peace.
When I was young, I thought that success was all I needed. That's what was gonna bring the happiness. Buying my mom a house, being the fame, the accolades, having people say, yo, you are the best in the game. I thought those would be the things that would bring happiness. And then when those things came, the happiness wasn't there. And I realized why that was. There was such an attempt to achieve these things and to keep going that you lose sight of the people and the blessings that you have around.